because it has been quite the roller coaster since TKO has merged, which is the company that is under Endeavor as the merger of WWE and UFC. But apparently, it's not all rainbows and sunshine. Apparently, Ari Emmanuel has said that Vince McMahon is one of the reasons why, allegedly, one of the reasons why WWE's stock has dropped. They had a 10% drop recently. He said, that Vince is 78 years old, and this is his, involvement in this could be a reason as to why the stock is going down. He also mentioned that he believes that people that he's given a title to should, do their job, and that he's trusting Triple H to be the head of creative. So I want to know, this is a very, very interesting turn of narrative and rhetoric, because not too long ago, Ari Emmanuel was like, I'm not purchasing this company without Vince McMahon. And we want Vince McMahon to be Vince McMahon that runs creative and all this other
What year was that?
This is like last year. This is right before the sale. But I wanted to know, do you believe that like TKO set Vince up? Do you think this is all just a matter of them trying to get in his good graces to approve the sale and then just kind of dipping out, if that makes sense?
He probably really wanted to make some money off of this shit. But I mean, again, and when he made that comment about how, he was basically on Vince's side or whatever, I don't know if that was before or after what came out as far as him being an R word. But I think him being an R word definitely is something that no one wants to associate with. Especially if all the numbers are plummeting in any sense. You don't want to be attached. You just don't want to be attached to that. It's kind of hard to be like, to say with your full chest, that you're proud to work with this individual when, everything came out and he was part of a huge lawsuit. But I think WWE's been doing pretty well as far as their numbers go in the last year. And he knows that. I feel like he knows that. But if there was any reason to blame him, yeah, that. So I feel like it's a little bit of both. I feel like, yeah, maybe he already had an objective, but it's just like, especially because where things are at now and how he really has no business attaching his name to this product. If he wants this product to attempt to have his stocks rise more and get back at the good graces of other companies that would potentially work with them, yeah, I think I would have the same reaction too. To almost like be on the opposing side of Vince. It's not like he's really involved as much as he was anymore. So now he really could run his mouth all he wants, and make the profit. So that's where I kind of agree with him. I don't think he did anything wrong. Do you have some theory? Because I know you're full of theories.
I am full of theories. So I had to like look it up just to verify. So apparently, there have been reports. Well, I'm going to give you the exact quote that Emmanuel made the call. This report is from Sports Illustrated's Justin Barrasso, I believe the guy's name is. And he said multiple contacts within the WWE and UFC have confirmed that Ari Emmanuel, who wields power as the Endeavor CEO, is behind the change. Emmanuel has long been a firm believer that in order for an organization to be effective as possible, people need to do the job they are assigned. In this case, that approach has empowered Levesque to exert his full influence in the company's creative sphere. So all of this is just saying that he is knighting Triple H to be the head of creative, which means that McMahon is out of creative control. And I think that is a different narrative from when they first kind of had gotten together. I do think that this was a setup. I think that the idea of WWE and UFC merging to create this multi-billion-dollar company, because I think it's a $21 billion company valuation at this point. And WWE was worth around like, I believe, $9 to $10 billion, or $8 to $10 billion of that $21 billion. I think that they knew that this is, once again, I think Ari understood that in order for this sale and for this merger to happen, Vince McMahon had to give the okay on it. If Vince McMahon wanted to give if they wanted Vince McMahon to get the okay on it, then they would have to kind of appeal to him and to appease him and to make him feel settled and comfortable enough to make the sale. And I think that the tune that Ari was originally singing made Vince more comfortable. Even the stuff that he was doing after the merger with the meetings with Vince McMahon and Nick Khan and Ari and all this other stuff, I think that that is what made Vince comfortable. But now, then the tune is a little bit different. But I do believe that, considering that even when Vince was quote unquote retired and this merger wasn't necessarily in the picture, when WWE was under the creative reign of Triple H, they were doing numbers. They were breaking their own records. They were breaking premium live event records. They were breaking attendance records. They were breaking, TV rating records. So it's like they were successful under Triple H. And I think that that is the WWE that Ari Emmanuel wanted. He just knew that he had to appeal to Vince McMahon first before getting access to that.
So
What were
you
you going to
think that
say?
he wanted to get Vince all the way out the way so Triple H could do his job and do his job effectively to save this company?
I think he wanted Vince McMahon. I don't even want to say get him out the way, because I feel like if WWE just stayed WWE and they didn't sell and they didn't have a desire to merge, it's like, what does that have to do with UFC? What does that have to do with Endeavor, right? So it's like, is Vince out of the way as a byproduct? Yes. But I
Yes.
feel like Ari wanted to, if he wanted to get Vince out the way, it was, let me get this sale and this merger done so that I can have access to the most profitable version of WWE that I can get, so that Vince can be out the way when it comes to a creative decision. So like, because apparently, I mean, like, once again, this is rumors and reports. Allegedly, ever since the merger, Vince has been, at least up until now, Vince has been making last minute changes to SmackDown, last minute changes to Raw, things amongst those things along those lines. And so it's like, I think that he wanted to, make him feel comfortable. And then,
Yeah.
when it was time to lock in, he was like, all right, well, Hunter is the chief, content officer. I trust him to do his job. Vince, you ain't gotta do anything anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
So I feel like he just he wanted access to WWE, the profitable WWE, and he understands that if he wants a profitable version of the WWE, Vince is probably not going to be as involved as he would like to be. Not as Ari would like to be, but as Vince would like to be. Vince can't be in the way if they want this to work. So that's just my opinion, though.
I agree with that. I like that. I like your thought process. Sometimes. Not only talk about
Sometimes.
Becky, but I like but I like your thought process.
It's one of those like, you know what it's like? It's like when you're dating someone. It's like when someone dates someone. This is gonna sound lame. It's like when someone dates someone in order to be intimate with them, right? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna take you on a date. I'm gonna tell you what you want to hear. I may not try you on the first night. I'm gonna court you. I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna make you feel comfortable. And then when I get what I want, everything changes. I feel like that's what Ari Emmanuel did.
Oh, he hold him out.
Exactly.
Oh, oh shit.
Not hold him out. It's the fact that you were like, oh yeah, that's what he's doing. I've done it before. Yeah. No. No. I feel like that's what he did. He was just like, I'm gonna court you. I'm gonna date you in the business context. And then when I get what I want, oh baby, this song gonna change. But that's just my opinion on it. But I don't want to run over time. But let us know about how you feel this. Was this a setup? Was the merger of TKO a setup to just get Vince out the way? Let us know in the comments below. But we are